Update. I'm Michael Che.
I'm Colin Jost. Well, it's the first show of spring, so we'll start tonight with puppy murder. In a new book, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem revealed that she once shot a dog that was untrainable. That's insane. If a dog is untrainable, you don't shoot it, you give it to President Biden.
Melania Trump made a rare public appearance when she attended the funeral of former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, who died at the age of 96. Melania said that she was deeply saddened to be reminded that your partner can live that long.
Just today, Donald Trump posted on Truth Social that he wasn't scared of going to jail for violating a gag order, saying, "I will gladly become a modern-day Nelson Mandela." Unfortunately for Halloween. MAGA insiders are saying that Noem, seen here wearing the hair of that dog, now has zero chance of being Trump's running mate. But I don't know, something tells me Trump would fully support killing disobedient pets.
Insiders are concerned that President Biden's chances for re-election could be damaged by his unwavering support for Israel. But I think the bigger problem for Biden is that he is 6 years older than Israel.
Senator Dianne Feinstein, who is 89, is facing calls to resign from fellow Democrats. But unfortunately, Feinstein is answering those calls on her stapler.
The founders of the Black Lives Matter movement announced that he is supporting Donald Trump for president. And I'm going to assume he announced it during a traffic stop.
It was also reported Friday that the U.S. economy added over 300,000 jobs. Unfortunately, most of them are bridge fixer.
After it was revealed that Harlan Crow bought Clarence Thomas's Georgia home, Crow said he did it so he could one day turn it into a museum dedicated to Thomas. It'll be called the Sexual Harassment Hall of Fame.
Because Justice Thomas handles gifts from Republicans the same way he handles Supreme Court cases, with no questions asked. It was also reported today that Harlan Crow has a vast collection of Nazi memorabilia, including a copy of Mein Kampf signed by Hitler. Worse, the signature reads, "Dear Harlan, big fan."
Justice Amy Coney Barrett said that she wouldn't mind seeing a code of conduct instituted for the Supreme Court, while Clarence Thomas said that he wouldn't mind seeing what she's working with under that robe.
Conservative judges and pundits have defended Thomas by saying that his deals with Harlan Crow are not corrupt because Crow had no business before the court. But come on, does this conservative Christian billionaire strike you as someone who didn't want them to overturn Roe v. Wade? He looks like he's on a pamphlet called "Why You Have to Keep It."
The House Ethics Committee released its report on George Santos, seen here asking your grandma for her social security number, and concluded that there is substantial evidence that he used campaign funds for shopping and cosmetic procedures. Santos would have denied the allegations, but he had to rest his new lips.
Netflix is planning to open its own network of brick and mortar stores, which is like a serial killer walking around in the skin of his victim. According to a leaked excerpt from her upcoming memoir, Britney Spears said she got pregnant while she was dating Justin Timberlake, because back then, even their condoms were denim.
It was announced that Brittany Griner has signed with the Phoenix Mercury for 1 year. Unfortunately, the WNBA pays less than a Russian prison. You're not going to like this next one. A 4-foot-long alligator was discovered in Brooklyn's Prospect Park. So you can probably take down all those missing dog posters.
A new study claims Fremont, California is the happiest city in America, while the saddest city in America is once again Puppy Grave, Indiana. Which, incidentally, is the favorite vacation spot of Mitch McConnell.
Political experts say that Nikki Haley could have been helped by black voters in South Carolina, but they have long disliked her. This is mostly due to a phenomenon known as bitch too skinny. Nikki Haley insisted that she's not staying in the race to be Donald Trump's running mate, saying, "I feel no need to kiss the ring," while Tim Scott said he'll suck that ring right off Trump's finger.
After Trump was photographed with some strange red marks on his hand, some dermatologists speculated it could be something called hand herpes. "What the hell is hand herpes?" said Tim Scott.
Colin. President Biden has recommended that South Carolina become the first state to vote in the Democratic primaries to give black voters more of a voice in selecting the 2024 candidate. Not to be outdone, Donald Trump also plans to give black voters a voice with this puppet.
Tomorrow is the New York City Marathon, or as Fox News will report it, undocumented Africans went wild in streets of New York.
Ronna McDaniel was reelected as chair of the Republican National Committee in a closer than expected vote over challengers Harmet Dillon, MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell, Twitter user CatTurd2, Kevin Sorbo, Kyle Rittenhouse, and of course, Colin Jost. Congratulations, Colin.
Yeah, thank you. That election was rigged.
Donald Trump said at a rally that he would make November 5th Christian Visibility Day. Wait, I thought that was called Ash Wednesday. The Florida Supreme Court has allowed the state's 6-week abortion ban to take effect. So now Florida's only remaining method for ending a pregnancy is roller coasters.
Senator Rick Scott, seen here learning that Harry Potter has fallen into his trap, announced that he is running for re-election, promising to finish the border wall and name it after Donald Trump, even though most things named after Donald Trump are complete failures.
California has become the first state in the country to issue ebony alerts when a black child goes missing. Here with more on this is Colin Jost.
Why? It's the first show.
Oh, read the card, man.
House Republicans have introduced a bill to rename Washington, D.C.'s Dulles Airport after Donald Trump, because airports are a lot like Trump. A chaotic nightmare that turns you against your own family.
The man who attacked Nancy Pelosi's husband with a hammer has been found guilty and is expected to be imprisoned until Trump's first day back as president. He gonna win.
Yeah. California has become the first state in the country to enact ebony alerts to help find missing black children. And I'll save you some time. They're not with their fathers. Oh, you like that? Well, here's another.
Police say a man in Nebraska snuck into a home and slept with a sex doll belonging to a man who recently died. Wow, she moved on fast. Pope Francis criticized laws banning homosexuality as unjust, saying that it's not a crime, even though Catholic doctrine views homosexuality as a sin. He also stressed that Catholic doctrine views age as nothing but a number. What's this one say, Colin?
I can't wait. California has become, I like that we restate it. California has become the first state in the country to issue ebony alerts when a black child goes missing. And hopefully the police find them before I do. A new report shows that Loma Linda, California is the city most likely to become a blue zone, which is an area where people are healthier and live longer, while the town least likely to become a blue zone is once again Breakfast Fettuccine, Texas.
Truth Social, Trump wrote, "I know nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who's behind it."
They come up with this, I don't know what the hell it is. It's Project 25. I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it.
Okay, now I'm suspicious, because the last time Trump said, "I don't know anything about that," he was talking about Stormy Daniels. So, did Trump Project 2025?
During the trial of Oath Keepers founder Stuart Rhodes, whose beard is patchier than his eye, prosecutors played a recording of him saying that his only regret about the January 6th attacks was not bringing rifles, which sounds like an obvious confession of guilt, but try looking at things from Rhodes' perspective, with little to no depth perception. Hurricane Ian hit Florida this week, and Governor Ron DeSantis called it a 500-year flooding event. In fact, it's such a historic tragedy that DeSantis won't let them teach about it in Florida schools.
This week, President Biden pardoned thousands of convicted marijuana users, and it feels like maybe he celebrated with them a little, because yesterday, Biden gave a speech at a car factory and opened with this.
Let me start off with two words: made in America.
At a White House event, President Biden asked if Representative Jackie Walorski was in the audience, asking, "Where's Jackie?" apparently forgetting she died last month. Worse, he keeps forgetting that this woman is still alive.
The Electoral Count Reform Act was approved by all members of a Senate committee except for Ted Cruz. Coincidentally, everyone except for Ted Cruz is also who Jesus loves.
Wow, well, let me respond with two words: Jesus H. Christ. Biden was then heard criticizing reporters at the White House for shouting questions at him. Questions like, "What year is it?" and "Who's the current president?" Also, they weren't reporters, they were doctors. Jenny Thomas, who's begging you to notice the scarf, so she can say, "Oh, this old thing?" reportedly told the committee that her husband was unaware of her involvement in challenges to the 2020 election, and they never discuss any case before the court. And if there's one thing I believe, it's that this guy doesn't talk to his wife.
Some doctors are worried about a new recommendation asking them to encourage middle-aged women to lose weight. Also worried about women losing too much weight? Black guys. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene revealed that her husband has filed for divorce after 27 years of marriage. He officially blamed irreconcilable differences for the split, while she blamed the Jews.
The Empire State... What? The Empire State Building lit up blue and white to celebrate Aaron Judge hitting his record 62nd home run of the season. While over in Queens, a porta potty was set on fire in honor of the Mets blowing the division. President Biden on Friday attended a formal ceremony welcoming Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Supreme Court. Said Biden, "And where's Justice Ginsburg? Ruth, come on up here."